All right, so hello, this is Mathieu from blastbeatscore, and with me is Wim. Really nice of you to sit down with me.
My pleasure.
Thanks for taking your time, and I have a few questions for you regarding blastbeat. I think the first question is like an introduction of yourself. Like, who are you? What kind of music do you play? What bands are you in?
So I play in Living Gate, I play in Wiegedood, I play in Crouch. Those are all my heavy bands, and then I play in Fence, which is like a rock band. Those dudes have been playing music for 30 years. And then I play in Simriep with Jill from Living Gate, from Wiegedood. Sorry, I'm mixing up my bands. And it's a very calm project. So I have 3 really heavy bands, out of which 2 are really fast, or in my opinion, they're fast. And then I have 1 slow heavy and 2 very relaxing bands, because my brain sometimes just needs to chill out.
Origin story of blastbeat. So how did you get into it? What were the first bands you listened to? When did you start playing them?
Probably the first recorded blastbeat that I have on a record is a band called Officer Jones and His Patrol Car Problems. And this was back in 2004. And I recently, because it's 20 years since we released this album, and we're gonna do a reunion show. We're gonna play a show because it's been 20 years. It's kind of amazing that we're all still alive. And I listened to the blastbeat, and I don't play all the notes with my foot. I play just the quarter notes. And I was so disappointed in myself that I couldn't play a proper blastbeat back then. So when we played this reunion show, I will definitely play a solid blastbeat, but that's definitely the first one I played. And to be really honest, I couldn't tell you what the first band was that I heard that had a blastbeat that stuck with me. I think it probably was Converge, which is not at all a band known for blastbeats, but it probably was Jane Doe from Converge. I know I listened to Carcass at the same time and some other stuff. But it's Jane Doe, Jane Doe, Converge, and then I started just trying out this spazzy. It was a different kind of blast beat. It wasn't a black metal or a death metal blast beat, and I think that in a way influenced my drumming still to this day, because I still don't play the clean. Like I don't look like I'm writing a letter on a typewriter when I play drums. I tend to lay into it, and I guess that stems from my origin story being not really correct. Like it's not the best sort of blast beat, but the wild, out of control one. So yeah, that's probably my origin story. Yeah.
What is your favorite blast beat to play? Like what type, what speed are you most comfortable with? Where do you have the most fun?
When it comes to BPM, I honestly don't know. I never ever, and you maybe not believe me, but I never played a blast beat to any sort of BPM or any sort of click track. I never practiced it on not even music. I don't even practice blast beats really ever. Because when I play drums at home, I have a little jazz kit and I have a 70s drum set, and I never play blast beats on them. I always play quiet stuff and more dynamic stuff. So when it comes to BPMs, I have no clue. I honestly couldn't tell you. When we record music, it's never on a click track. It's never on a grid. There is never anything that helps me or restricts me. Depends how you look at it. To me, it's more of a restriction, I guess. And I definitely like playing live more than in the studio. Because live there's some sort of adrenaline going. In the studio it's more of a clinical approach, and you try to keep your left hand centered on the snare, and live it doesn't matter all that much. To me it doesn't. There are people who think it's important, and that's fair. To me it's more live. I have more adrenaline, and I tend to always go slightly faster than the records live. On a good day, sometimes I have bad days. My favorite type of blast beats are the ones that make my arms and legs hurt. I really like playing drums, and I really like suffering, and we have some songs that are really long, and it just keeps going on forever. And I always get to the point halfway through where my legs and my arms just say stop, fuck this, you're tired, you should rest. And I like going through and over that little pain hill, as I describe it. Once you're over it, I can keep going forever, which is weird. There's always this one spot, and if you bite through the pain, I can literally go on for 40 minutes, and it's no problem. So yeah, I guess that's my favorite type of blast beat, the one that makes my body hurt. I really never practiced any sort of technique. I sometimes see all these drummers, which I, by the way, admire. Yeah, they're really good at their craft. And I look at it and I'm like, fuck, that's amazing. And then I sit down behind the practice pad, and literally 8 seconds is what I want to invest in. It's not for me. It's just not my thing. But I really totally do. All those dudes that are so calculated, and they can play with, they have a click track in their ears, and they just sit there, and they're yeah, like I said, they're writing a letter to their lawyer on a typewriter. That's the intensity that they use. They don't move their arms, and they have perfect posture. I don't even sit well here, so I think it's great, but it's definitely not my sort of blast beat. Not my thing.
Okay, so we come to our last question, which is there an album you would like to know the blast beat score of?
Well, this is also tricky for me, because if you would look at my Spotify playlist, I think there would be, you like dealing in percentage, there would be less than 0.5% things with a blast beat in them, because it's what I play in my bands. I don't like, when I play the show and I get to the hotel and I lay down and I want to listen to something, imagine it's a blast beat. I'm not crazy. I want something, even without drums. Most music I listen to is without drums. It's like Philip Glass or Steve Reich or sort of weird sort of things. But if you really need an album, there's one, the one album I played the most, I listened to the most, is Funeral Mist, Hekatom. I don't even know how to pronounce it, Hekatom. I really like that album because it's got a bit of rawness and it's got a bit of filthiness, and it's fast, and yeah, it's probably the one that I would like to know the score of.
So I will have a listen. And yeah, for now, I thank you so much for sitting there with me.
You're welcome.
Looking forward to the gig afterwards.
Yeah.
And yeah, all the best for you.
Thank you.